Hello, Amber Vilhauer here, your online business development expert, and you have landed upon the Ask Amber podcast, and today's question comes from Tom.
Hey Amber, I noticed that you give away so much really good content before you actually ask for the order, before you actually ask for money from your clients. And I'm wondering if you have maybe a model that you use for how much you give away before you actually ask for money. That'd be really helpful for me. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Tom, this is such an awesome question and actually one that I get asked a lot. So I'm really glad that you submitted a question into the Ask Amber podcast. And you know what? I am all about giving, as you said. And I think that that's really important in proving your credibility and proving your value, proving that you know what you're talking about as a coach or as a speaker, as a, content provider, service provider. I think it's critical. And if you're stingy with your content and if you feel like, oh, I'm just going to give them this little tiny slice of value, well, it's much harder for people to trust you, and people will buy if they know, like, and trust you. So my strategy has always been to just give away the farm so that people feel like they really know me, they can like me, they can trust me, they can see that I'm all about giving. And wouldn't you rather work with somebody who's all about giving versus somebody who says, I'd love to share that answer with you, but first you have to pay me $100? you know and I am of an abundance mindset, so that I know that the more value that I put out into the world, the more I'm going to achieve my goals and dreams as well. So if we take that kind of overall mindset and concept and break it down into a little bit more of a schedule or a formula, I'll tell you exactly how much content I'm giving away. So my strategy has always been centered around blogging, and many of you already know that. Blogging, I think, is one of the most powerful and effective ways to grow your business online for so many reasons. First of all, you're going to get a lot more traffic from natural search engine traffic because people are typing in questions into Google. They're looking for solutions to their problems. So the more content that you write on that blog where you're giving answers to problems, the more Google's going to rank you higher in search engines, the more people are going to find you naturally and come back to your website. When they're on your website, as long as you have social media sharing icons, those people are going to be sharing your content, your very valuable content on their social networks, which is only going to grow your network so much more quickly because now all of these people are out there advertising for you for free. It's awesome. So blogging is one of the most powerful things that you can do to really grow your online platform. When I first got started, I was blogging probably more like 2 to 3 to 4 times a week, depending on my schedule, because I knew the faster I blogged, the faster I would get results. And I really tried to focus in on quality over quantity. But come on, we all have an hour a day that we could dedicate toward blogging, and that's even if it takes you a little bit longer to do blogging, which it did for me definitely in the beginning until I could build up trust and confidence, and now I can knock out a blog post in probably 20 minutes, maybe sometimes 15. So I'm much more effective now than I was when I first started. So get into a routine, condition yourself, get into a schedule. That's my biggest recommendation for you. And if you have a little bit of extra time during the week, then spend it effectively by writing on your blog. You're going to get way better results by blogging than even doing research and seeing what other people are doing. It's all about taking action. Now that I have already built up so much momentum for my websites, I've scaled back and I try to publish a blog post about once a week. And I have found that to be the perfect amount of content to really maintain the level of traffic that I like seeing on my website. And honestly, the amount of traffic that we all want on our website is going to be different from industry to industry. So for me as a service provider, I know that one blog post a week plus some of my other marketing methods was really going to give me the perfect amount of traffic, not too much to where my team feels stretched too thin and all of a sudden we get into panic mode, and not too little to where we're not having consistent regular work. So I've definitely found that sweet spot over the years, and you will too, as long as you get into a schedule and as long as you start testing and implementing these strategies on your own. You'll naturally find where your sweet spot is as a coach. So at least once a week on the blog where you're giving away that free content, I also try to do a once a week video. So a video like this, or sometimes it's more like a 30-minute training video on a different topic. But the point is I always try to do both. I try to do a written blog post and I try to do a video post if I can. Life happens, right? And so I don't put too much pressure on myself. If I absolutely can't do it, then I don't beat myself up about it. But I actively make that effort, and no excuses. It has to be a legitimate reason why I couldn't accomplish that schedule that week. So I think that that's a really strong balance. And actually, that's what I'm telling all of my clients to do right now, is a video a week that you turn into a blog post, and then you're doing a text-based blog post as well. On top of that, doing a sort of email to your email list once a week is also very effective, because your email list, the people that have subscribed to your list are people that are interested in working with you. These are hot prospects. And so you want to make sure that you're giving them regular value. And don't worry, soon I'm going to tie this all into how often can I ask for the sales and whatnot. So just stand by for a minute, because you have to know how the foundation works first. So once a week I send out an email to my email list without fail. I mean, it better be some major tragedy that has occurred in my life if I miss my Tuesday email, okay? Because again, this is where it's so important. I've got my hot prospects. I've got people that are really engaged with me, my very loyal subscribers that count on me. And so I don't want to mess that relationship up. I want to nurture that relationship. And that's really what email marketing is all about. You've got this group of people who are your most interested prospects and buyers, and it's important to give them regular value that they don't get anywhere else. Otherwise, what's the point of them being on the email list, right? So in my email, I have this kind of a format. I have some sort of a value-added personal introduction message at the top. Then I always give away the free content next. So I say, here's my latest blog post, my latest video post, whatever is free content always goes next, because I want people to know that first and foremost, I'm about giving them value over making a sale. So that's why I always have all the value in the first half of the email. Below that, that's when I have my promotion area. And that's where I'm usually promoting, let's say, a product, a service, some program that I'm a part of, or an affiliate product or program or event or something like that that I'm promoting. So anything that I'm trying to monetize basically goes next. Then immediately below that, I always try to add a testimonial, again, to relive that value, show that I'm a credible expert, that I'm authority in the marketplace. Then I usually end with a bio that's more about Amber, with website links going back to what I'm doing. And you want to spend time to make sure that your bio is really effective and showcasing your expertise and your value and your experience, because this is ultimately what's going to get people to want to connect with you too. And the very last thing I have on my email newsletters, and you can sign up at ambervilhauer.com or insightfuldevelopment.com as well. Both websites will funnel you into the weekly Tuesday email that I send out. It is packed with value. So sign up and you can get an example of what this format and flow is. It works so well. At the very end of my newsletter, I actually have like a little one-liner call to action that says, click here to download my service menu, my done for you service menu. Something like, need support, click here to download my done for you service menu. And so many people click on my service menu every single week. And I really believe that it's because I've given so much value in that email. And so I'm always monetizing through my service menu, because it's 20 pages talking about all of the services that we offer, from website setup and design and management to copywriting, search engine optimization, social media, product launches, you name it, we're doing that for our clients. And so if they click on that service menu, my service menu is designed to be sort of a salesperson and help sell that prospect on our services. And it's no trickery. It's about giving value even in the service menu. I educate and I train inside of that service menu, and I talk about what is important to do and what's not important to do, why you should go with this option instead of that option. And that is why people ultimately want to work with me, because they know that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to give them all of the education that they need to make the best decision for themselves and the future of their business ultimately. So I am personally monetizing through those services, but then also in that email, if I have that monetization section, maybe I'm promoting FreshBooks as a cloud accounting system, and I'm an affiliate for that. So when people click on that link, then I'm monetizing. Or maybe I have a showcase feature of the recent websites that we've done, and you get to see all the different cool designs that we have been a part of created, and that can help monetize as well. So typically in my emails, just to kind of really break it down on a granular level, I think I would say that I probably have more like 65%, 70% real value and content that's free. And then the rest is me monetizing. So I always try to have it be more about giving and value than it is about sales, because again, I believe in abundance, that if I give, the sale will naturally follow. And frankly, the fact that my business has been around for 8 years, it continues to grow every single year, that shows me that I must be doing something right. And it's all centered around giving. And Tom, I know that you are an entrepreneur just like that as well. So that means it's going to work for you too, I really believe. Now, in terms of overall, we've talked about I do the weekly blog posts, the weekly videos, the weekly email marketing. I also give random bits of value. Like if you go to my websites, especially at ambervilhauer.com, you'll see a free tab at the top. And when you hover on that free tab, you'll see a drop-down menu of different free products that you can download instantly on my website, from ebooks to video series to audios, you name it, a lot of different topics, and I'm constantly adding to that. So usually at least once a quarter, I'm trying to add some sort of a free download, some sort of a free product package that's really going to help you push your business forward in the online space, help you monetize more, get more sales and engagement. So I really try to offer free products there as well. And once they download those free products, now they're on my email list. And again, the email list is a big part of where you monetize. I also try to really focus on doing webinars. And I know that you've been to several of my webinars, Tom, and those can be very effective because people are opting into your webinar for free to get the value. But then on that webinar, you're making some sort of a sale. And so that's a great way to kind of have that divide too, where again, it's probably 70% value and 30% sales, but you're monetizing and people are buying because you've given so much value. So I guess as I'm talking through this more and more, I'm seeing 70% of your effort should be on giving value and 30% should be on monetizing. Now, one other thing that I want to bring up right now is that if I'm doing some sort of a product launch or promotion, I usually push that pretty hard through my email list, and I'll usually send about 3 emails out that aren't like the newsletter format that's value, 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 but these are more text-based, single-focused emails that I'm sending out to my email list. So for example, let's say that I'm selling the Academy. So I have a membership site that's all about how to build your business, and it's like a video library where I give you the strategy to do something and then the step-by-step instructions on how to execute it, like video or branding or website changes or how to become an affiliate or how to create membership sites. So everything that I know, I'm transferring that into video work, and my members get access to all the current and future videos that I create under authenticleaderacademy.com. When I first went out to sell that, what I did is I created a free webinar, and on that webinar, I talked about, I believe it was the 9 ways to build your business online, and then I also at the very end promoted the Academy website, which back then I think was a $700 one-time fee. Now it's now it's more than that. That was the very first introductory massive discount. And so anyway, what I did is I decided to sell that on a webinar, because your chances of having a very effective sale is going to be much higher on a webinar than it is than, let's say, you just throw up a sales page on your website and hope and pray somebody reads the sales page and buys your product. I know that there's maybe a 5% or less chance that, I mean, depending on conversion, there's a lot of variables there, but there's probably a 5% chance that somebody is going to convert into your product or program when they just land upon a sales page. 5% will actually convert into becoming a sale. Versus on a live webinar, for live attendees, you can get more of a 25% conversion on a live webinar. I've had as high as even 74% on a live webinar. So you can definitely go up from there depending on some of your strategies. In order to promote that live webinar, I sent out 3 emails to my email list within a 2-week period of time. The first one was the introductory, invitation. The second one was, hey, follow up, did you get the invitation? And then the third one was last chance for, coming to the webinar here in a couple of days. And so if you send out those 3 dedicated solo focused emails right before a big launch, go do it on a live product, program, or service, and you will see a much higher conversion than many other ways of doing it out there too. And so again, even thinking about the webinar, 70% free value, 30% sales, and that's going to be one of your highest conversion. There is another formula that I can tell you that's pretty popular online that says give somebody something for free twice and then hit them with a sale. Free twice and hit them with a sale. So if instead of doing a newsletter format, you wanted to just send out solo type, single focused emails to your email list, many other entrepreneurs out there are doing that, then let's say email number 1 would be tons of free value. Over the top content specifically on how to achieve a certain problem or how to achieve a certain solution or goal. And that's really where the value lies, not just in saying, the 3 ways to reduce stress is meditate and sleep more and whatever, drink more water. I don't know. But to actually go deeper than that and talk about the types of meditation or how often to drink water. Get as specific as you possibly can when you are presenting your solution to people's problems. And that's where the real value comes in. So the first email should be over the top value where people just want to share it like crazy and they just can't put that much value away for free. The second email, a lot of value here again, and it maybe that one is sort of an intermediate value because they were so blown away by the first one. The second one doesn't have to be as much of a wow factor, but hey, if you want to know my strategy is to always try to come up with a wow factor in anything that I'm doing. Then the third email is a punch to, hey, go, this is my offer, whatever it is. And actually, just one more thing that came to mind in terms of coaching specifically, what I do is I offer people a 30-minute free coaching consult. And what we'll do is we'll sit down, we'll identify what their problems are. I'll give them real solutions and advice on the initial call. And at the end of that call, we'll talk about how we can work together. So even in that kind of a format, I always offer a free 30-minute consult to anybody first, including you if you're watching this video. And then from there, we can talk about how we can work together. Or if we don't end up working together, then they can still continue to get training and value from me from the blog, my videos, email marketing, those free landing pages and products that I'm always putting out there. But more often than not, people end up working with me and it works out really well. And from there, I focus on having a customer for life, not just making a one-time sale, but making that customer so happy that they look forward to the next product or program or event that I'm offering because they want to jump on board with that too. So it's always about giving first. I hope that gave you a range of different examples on how you can be adding free value to your client base and how you can convert those people into more sales for you as well. If you have any additional questions, please leave a comment below and let me know. Definitely want to engage in conversation with you and make sure that you have the support that you need to put your business forward. This is Amber Vilhauer. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to get notifications on future videos, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot.